Oh no. Oh no. What if I let my microphone work? Hi, we're figuring this out live and it's Sparkover. And I'm trying to figure out if you have game audio from me. What up? This is a fun day. This is a very fun day where we're being professionals and we're gonna play video games so we can help feed the kids. Isn't that nice? So this is Super Meat Boy. I think it's... No, it's not gonna get quieter. I think this is the right volume it's gonna be. So fantastic. There's game audio. And you probably have voice audio, because if not, people would be yelling at me. Hi, I'm Sparkover and I'm very nervous. No, nothing goes wrong last minute. Everything works and that's fine in the end. So I tossed this into the marathon very, very last minute. And I've been trying to de-rust like a champ, but we're gonna have fun today. It's gonna be good. And also I'm going to be donating 20... Where did I read 20? I'm going to be donating $1 per death. I think $20 per death would be very generous, but I think I cannot quite promise that with my skills right now. So hi, please listen. I mean, if I die 20 times, that's kind of cool. But I think the multiplication might get me. But anyway, how about instead of talking, tell you what, if I die less than like, I don't even know how many. I've been checking my death counts. They're not very, no, we can't commit to, you know what? Look, I'm just gonna start playing the video game and stop talking myself into a hole. So 3, 2, 1, go. No, don't go. What if we put the, no. Well, I can only die a few times. Oh no. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go for real. So hi, this is Super Meat Boy, where we're going to try and rescue Bandage Girl. It's very fast paced, so this is going to be any percent, which essentially means all you need to do is beat Dr. Fetus and jump properly, but more on that later. So you only have to unlock 17 levels in a world to unlock the boss stage, so that's good. So what I did there, and what I'm doing here, and what I'm going to be doing a lot, is what we sort of call a pause buffer. It essentially does an auto jump for you. Very useful in going fast through places around the world. So this game starts up all nice. There are some saws, you know, you don't want to hit them, that's bad. And you want to rescue your girlfriend. That's good. We're gonna try and not hit the saws, not hit the corners. There's a lot of running, jumping. This is very momentum based, so controlling Meat Boy is an important part for that. So you want to keep the speed up, you want to like not hit little corners. Just keep it going. So here's a nice little fast skip. Oh, ignore that. That wasn't a nice little fast skip. That was a nice little fast skip. So the truth is, hitting the saw, that's bad for you. But look, it's a death. I will donate an amount of money that I definitely promised, and not a fake amount of money that I didn't promise. But the good news is I don't have to count these. There is, at the end of the game, you can look at your statistics and see how many times you die. So we don't actually have to keep track. That's good. And then we're gonna save Hot Dog Girl. Wait a second. I think .phase is being silly. Ah! I think her name is Bandage Girl. So I'm not doing this right. Let's do it right. Or let's do it wrong and raise money. Either way. So there we played our 17 stages. We skipped one of them because those were a little bit longer, so it's actually quicker to, you know, skip out and do some other things. So this boss is essentially an auto-scroller. I can run through this really fast, but Little Slugger is only gonna go as fast as he goes. So I can just sit here and wait for this. Very nice. Yeah, hot dogs in chat for Hot Dog Girl. Anyway, so that's the forest. So after that, we're going to be going to the hospital. It'll be fun. Nothing will be bad. The forest is a very nice intro. And, you know, they keep introducing new things as time goes on. So it's gonna get scarier and scarier. So now we have to avoid the medical waste. Like, I don't know who's, like, running this hospital here, but it's not very good. And as you'll see, I just picked up a bandage. Or was it a hot dog? We'll never really know. So you pick up a bandage. They can be used to unlock things, but we don't need to do that here because it's any percent. I think I didn't get tall enough there, so let's just go the slower way there. So now we have fans introduced. fans will help blow you in directions. Sometimes it'll help, like this one. Other times it'll try and stop you from going like other ones. Like this. Those fans are trying to stop me, so I have to go around them. Rude fans, there we go. So fun story, when I first started de-resting this game, it wasn't running properly, and this was the first level where I sort of noticed that. All those little friends, they were going way too fast, and it turns out my monitor was on 120 hertz, which is bad for Super Meat Boy. And look at all these dollars that I'm getting in right now. So yeah, the long solution was, oh my gosh, I was sad because I couldn't even get through this. And then it turned out the boss of the game was running way too fast. The actual solution is 60 hertz is very good for this game. And now we're talking about egg rolls. Man, I'm gonna get hungry. So it's also kind of maybe worth noting, I used to speedrun this game. Like, I think this was the first speedrun I actually really picked up ever. I haven't done it in a long time, so when I volunteered for this marathon, I feel like I was being like a little bit ambitious with my guess of 25 minutes. So if I can get close to that, I'm gonna be super happy. I did have a few practice runs below it though, so that's very nice. So look, now we got more little friends. They're just floating around, you know, doing their own thing. As long as you don't try and give them a hug, you'll be okay. Whoop, 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 that's fine. So as you may have noticed, whenever I die, it's actually very fast to respawn. So, you know, of course, where it, punishes you in the speedrun, we gotta be a little patient here. Punishes you in the speedrun, it's very nice experience for just playing. As you know, you just restart right away and it's fine. But yeah, so I used to speedrun this a lot, except I never learned to jump there. That's a hard place to remember to jump. Nah, not really. So a lot of my strats are kind of old and washed up, but we're gonna die there, yeah. But it's still a lot of fun. Honestly, part of me would kind of like to pick this up again just to sort of see if I could like push it again and maybe even learn some new strats as well. Speaking of strats, oh my gosh, it's Chad skip time. So Chad is another boss that is not quite an auto-scroller, but you do have to do it in stages. But right up here, you can try and skip the stopping point, if that makes sense. So I got the first part, but can I get the jump? Well, I got the jump. I just didn't get the landing. That's the idea of what you want to do. Pretty much, once this screen starts scrolling, you're supposed to, well, it's supposed to stop running and it takes a little more time. But if you do zoomies, well, look, now you can see it both ways. I'm going to try my cheater's jump, and I didn't get it there. So yeah, essentially, it saves you a lot of time by not having to go around that. But, you know, I didn't quite get the landing how you were supposed to, so we're spending a little more time on Chad, and that's okay. Look, Chad's having fun. Chad's swimming. Oh no, Chad's not happy now. Chad doesn't like the sunlight. That's okay though, that's okay. We're gonna head into the salt factory now, where there's a lot of salt, and, well, you know what happens when you put salt on meat. It explodes and dies. I didn't think that's what happened. But, yep, salt is bad. Chad is phlegm. Chad is a nice little friend who just wants to go swimming and not in the sun. So this is what an average salt factory looks like, you know, like piles of salt just everywhere. We're introduced to conveyor belts now, which can be a lot of fun, but can also be a lot of trouble. Like, I'm running against it now. Why? Oh dear me. So you don't want to jump into the salt. I may have explained this before, but, you know, just as a reminder to myself for if I think it looks delicious. I mean, you know, salt's pretty good. Not on its own so much, but when you put it with other things, yes. So you've got little saws that shoot out there. You don't want to hit those either. Just a suggestion. I thought I was dead, and then I wasn't, and then I was dead. A little bit of trouble. So these conveyor belts, look, they can also go vertical as well, which I guess we did see in the last one, but they're a little more relevant here because they actually have to help you get to places that you couldn't get otherwise. So Mind the Gap is sort of like my first run killer back in the day. If you do a very nice skip here, you go very low down there, you can go all the way to the end off of that one, but on my jump I didn't have it, so instead of trying to reposition myself, I just tried again. So look, missiles. More fun things that are out to kill Meat Boy, because Dr. Fetus really doesn't want you to rescue Bandage Girl. And also we've got Disappearing Blocks and Disappearing Meat Boy. The Disappearing Blocks are something for us to get around. Wow, we should really try and avoid Disappearing Meat Boy though. Missiles are very dangerous. I think that one's gonna hit me, so I'm just gonna do a little back and forth there to try and get around. We have to get that key though. Keys are important because they unlock doors. I feel like that's a mechanic a lot of video games use. So I'm gonna have to remember to skip out of the tall level, which I believe is the one after this. Because there'll be another one that we don't want to participate in. Yeah, so we're skipping out of this one. Climbing up the wall and skip level 13. 13 is a slow level where you're trapped in a box and it's like almost an auto-scroller. You can sneak around things, but it's not. It's very slow. Oops, that's okay. We survived good. So this level, I'm going to admit, I actually meant to look it up. I forget what I used to do in that one to do some zoomies. But you know what? We climbed and it's okay. So you want to hear about strats that I can't do? There is a way to skip through the bottom of that without waiting for this elevator, but I never learned that one. So we just do a little ambitious jump there and hope for the best. Couple levels more here, and then we'll be going to probably the biggest, oops, I hit the wrong button. Probably the biggest skip in the game, which is gonna be Brownie Skip. It's relatively easy to learn and saves so much time and takes, like if you get it wrong, you pretty much die right away. So it's probably the most beneficial skip for anyone to learn first thing. So here, what you wanna do is there's a little secret wall right outside here. You want to do a little bitty jump off of it. I need to hear what I'm doing. There we go. So pretty much you want to do a sprint jump off of there if we learned our words. So pretty much you don't want to be going too fast when you're doing that. Otherwise you launch yourself off of the wall into the distance and then you just die. But yeah, that saves a very long windy level of like running around a whole map. And it's relatively easy to learn. Now we're gonna use our bad words. We are in hell. It's angry, there's a lot of lava, and some other scary things that we're gonna be introducing soon. So here we've got rising lava. It's not too much scarier than regular lava because, you know, Meat Boy's fast and he can jump around these things. But this is really where the difficulty starts to ramp up. Here's another level that has a really fancy skip that I never did, just learn back in the day, but if you're super crafty, you can jump under that. It looks really cool. I just want to tell you about all these things. Oop. Got a lot faster moving saws in here, and there's those like little cheese balls coming out of the lava at the bottom. Angry saws. And I think, oh sorry, one more level and then we'll actually get a new feature as well. Whoop, I hit the wall there, so I'll just wait for that one. That's the thing, if you like go off cycle, things start to appear at different times. So look, portals. So you jump in one and you jump out of another one. Once you learn them, you know, those are always the same. It doesn't spit you out into any different locations, thankfully. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, I actually didn't think I made the jump, so I didn't compensate for it in my actions, but we survived. Tough. All right, and then a new feature, eyeballs with lasers. Not scary at all, right? So they follow Meat Boy around wherever you go. And so adding that into other things, it makes good fun. and not scary things. We're gonna try and do a little skip here. Yeah, if you go really fast, you can get underneath that one, and there's another skip we can do on the top here. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit my head actually, so I didn't end up going for it, but essentially you can do the same thing there. It looks really nice when properly executed, but I'm really happy that I could get that first one, like without any hesitation. So more eyeballs here. Fun story. When I was playing this on 120 hertz, I could not get through that bottom portion just because of how fast the eyeball lasers were traveling. What? I expected there to be a ball underneath me there. That really threw me off. Yeah, that one. That's what threw me off the first time. That's okay. Things just happen sometimes and you get confused and it's all right. So skipping level 18 because it's a very long one, and we're just going into this one. It's relatively safe because once you get under here, those scary guys that I didn't even point them out when they appeared, but they won't see me. Anyway, we're going to the boss of hell now. It's Little Horn. So Little Horn is kind of angry and gonna have a temper tantrum, but there's actually a very easy strat in this one that's called stand in one place and jump 3 times. So that's it. It's a very long boss and you have so little to do. So, you know, hydrate or something. But yeah, now he's gonna have a temper tantrum. He's gonna, like, you know, punch around. One more jump coming up here. And then that's really it. We can sit around. We could, like, have a snack. I don't have any snacks handy, but, you know, there are just so many options for what you can do with this time. One more. You can see him getting little bumps on the top of his head. Those form whenever he just does the head slam like this. So now he's unhappy. And we win. Good stuff. All right, off to Rapture now. So because of a scene transition, like glitch thing that happens, we're gonna be doing a blind jump here. The screen's gonna turn white. So can I make it? Nope, I do not have the muscle memory yet to do that. Okay, so usually when I do that, I struggle a little and I make a later cycle. That's okay. That's okay. We're doing it. We're sort of doing it. We're falling a little bit, but that's okay. So again, I made the early cycle there, and I am just not comfortable with it right now. There is so much muscle memory in this game, and when you get used to doing one thing over a certain amount of time, sometimes it's hard to do otherwise. Should I be brave? Oh, I'm not going to be. I really wanted to try and get in front of that one, but it's such a big time loss if you lose. That's dangerous. Okay, I guess Meat Boy just got a small haircut from that saw there. Okay, gonna buffer up a jump there, and we're gonna fall, and I think it'll just be faster to actually jump into the pit again instead of there. We're a little higher this time, so we should actually hit the ledge. Oh, geez. But, you know, other saws and other saws. At least these deaths are kind of quick, but heck, they're gonna add up. All right, so no saws. Ooh, that's a little bit of... Okay, I'm nervous. I'm just gonna try and not go through there. All right. Oop. So we're trying to do a nice little jump off of that wall, but, you know, saws are hard to avoid, and that'll give us a big bunny hop, but we need a little bit of a bigger bunny hop, I suppose. That was supposed to propel us. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, no. That's okay. We're having fun. So there, big bunny hop that'll get us over that saw, around that saw, and there we go. And look, something new. It's buttons. So these buttons can make things happen. Usually, I'm pretty sure it's always just like make these things disappear and whatnot. But you know, I could correct myself in the future if I'm wrong. So you hit them, the thing opens, and after a set amount of time, the thing will close again. This is actually one where it's kind of scary for that. You hit the button and the key falls, and if the key falls down there, it's under some saws. And this one's even worse. When the key falls, it falls into a pit that you cannot get it out of. Also notorious level with a warp zone where you can unlock the kid. We haven't touched on warp zones because we don't use those at all, but essentially it warps you to another place where you can either get bandages or unlock characters. But again, those aren't used for this run. I walk through that piece because it's so scary. So look, little meat friends. So these are little friends that try and follow you around and give you a hug, but they hurt you, so you don't want that to happen. Like, I'm sorry, little friends. So they'll follow you around to a certain degree. If you get far away enough, they'll run away, and that's actually kind of bad because I need them to be on this side so I can run through this way. They look very angry, but I think they're just kind of misunderstood. But I say that, and I also try and lure them to their death inside these saws, so I'm sorry, little friends. But that one, we're just kind of trying to lure away as many as we can get them, get the key, and run over here for our girl. Okay, I'm going to do some little shimmy jumps here, I hope. If I can just... There we go. And then with this, we're going to hit that button to open the top thing, but as soon as you hit that, it's going to bring out those two guys there, and they're going to try and hug me again. And if they do, that's bad. I keep hitting my little head on the corner there. Wow, this is a little jumpy problem. All right. No, I hit my head on the corner again. I was gonna say it's time to be careful. Okay, no corner. It fell a different way. Like, did it fall slightly faster? No, it's my fault. Hey, nope. Oh, that's... Okay. And up and into the thing, and we're just gonna be really patient here because this level is making me really nervous. So here, we're gonna try and jump up here. This warp zone is like the biggest hitbox in the world. I've hit it so many times, but we didn't there. Okay. Okay, that was a little bit of a setback, but now it's gonna be all super happy fun times. No, it's not. It's Rapture. Things get difficult. Okay. Please. So I'm trying to jump off the sides of these so I can get up there, but eventually it gets to a certain point, you're just like, streamer, why don't you just take the course as intended? It'll save more time at this point. But it's fun to jump off all these other edges, you know? I'm gonna do a little shimmy jump here. So look, it's an oob. It's gonna follow you around, but if you can get far away from it enough, it'll stop. So, oops, pretty much you just wanna go fast so it ignores you, and I did this jump kind of poorly. But anyway, there are some keys around here, and they want you to run back and forth and open up doors, and I don't wanna do that, so I'm just gonna jump around this. At some point. There we go. All good. So, I don't know if you saw it on the screen, but in the beginning, there was, like, some of these, like, soft little maggot friends or something filling up the space there that will force you to go fast. This is a really long level, and it has a nice little skip, so you don't have to go around it, and you can skip it. This is the last level that we play for any percent here. It introduces these shooty friends, which are very dangerous, and, I mean, they, you know, they do the same thing every time. But I don't do the same thing every time. And that makes it inconsistency. I'm still gonna try and get that to open that, and I did, and that's happy. So you want the big RNG boss in the game? Hi, it's time for Larry. They actually did find a way to manipulate. Oops. They found a way to manipulate Larry. So Larry here, you know, if you can jump through these saws, is pretty easy. But I am just not holding the A button long enough, I suppose. There we go. So Larry can do a few things. Larry can jump, Larry can pop out of the ground, Larry can go sideways like that. So yeah, you want the 3-cycle Larry, but we are past that point already. So Larry used to be a big run killer. Again, they found a manip for him now, but Larry's being kind of rude at this point, and you know what? It's okay. So you have to watch out there when Larry jumps on the later jumps. He shoots things out at you, so you can't just stand there. So... yeah, but anyway, that's the thing. Larry can be big RNG until you learn the new strats. But look, it's the end of the game. So, we're gonna have another one of those, like, flashy screen things here, but that one doesn't last, I think, as long as the Rapture one, so it's okay. So this is another level with a lot of long keys and another cute little jump that you can just kind of go through that way and not worry about it. That one feels very nice to get. But there aren't any huge skips for the next few levels, so we're just going to be kind of trying not to fall off the edge while jumping funny, but other than that... see, we unlocked that little key to bandage girl there, but Gotta save our hot dog girl. Oop. Gotta be careful. You don't want to hit the saws. I think at this point it's very important that I be very careful because we're, you know, in the big scary levels. Oops. Okay, that's gonna throw off all of my cycles, that little thing. I had a very pretty route planned and now I don't. Now we're just gonna see what happens as I'm running through here. No! Oh, so one thing that's like tricky about these little elevators here, they're kind of finicky as far, oh my gosh, they're kind of finicky as far as you jumping off the sides of them. Like if you land in the wrong way, it just doesn't let you do anything. And then sometimes recovery is difficult. But just being a little careful, there we are, we got through that. This is another one where no big skips or anything. I'm just gonna wait for that one, that little fast moving saw. As long as I can get in front of this one, it's kind of nice. And then I sort of know where my saws are cycling over here. And then, as we say it, here's Omega. This one's for all the beans. There is a keyless skip that looks very nice, saves some time, but heck, this is a long level. So it's danger. And that's not even a proper skip. There's two good skips to do here. First one's coming up right here, where I jump through those two saws, and now it's patience time. We got it first try, nice. So essentially you're skipping a key there. And patience time as you jump through those saws. So all things considered, the fact that I got the keyless skip, like first try, that's really, really good. Like, yeah, I died on a saw before that, but no one's looking at that part. So here's Dr. Fetus, essentially an auto-scroller. That's danger. Okay, I made it there. It's not entirely intended. Oh no, oh no. It's fine, we can make it, we can make it. You're probably not supposed to go over those saws. You're probably supposed to stay inside those saws, but you know what? That's what you can do. So you still do have to wait for the level to finish out, but you can just go chill and not have to worry about having Dr. Fetus shooting his gun at you either. So just nice little jumps. And there, take a nice little drink. And after this, there's one more section. So yeah, just chilling. You can die here if you're not careful, but I'm pretty sure as long as you're on the button, it's safe. And look who we've got. It's Hot Dog Girl. And I stuck to that wall more than I expected to, so my cycles are going to be a little weird here, but that's okay. We'll just figure it out as we go. So yeah, now you are escaping the level that you just played. Okay, this is going to be strange, but I think it's good. Oh, that's not good. Yep, so like I said, just because I struggled a little in the beginning there, that last saw was not where I expected it to be. But you know what? That's okay. Because now we can do it slightly prettier than before. That's all that matters. Escaping slightly prettier. See, there's that saw. And there's a whole section up there. You don't actually have to do it. All you have to do is get off screen and you're done. So yes, that was Super Meat Boy. I definitely did go a little bit slower than planned, but we had fun and that's all that matters. And yeah, swig of that yerba mate. Not sponsored, but grapefruit ginger is delicious. Will they sponsor me? Anyways, we have some lovely credits. I think I can skip through them, but they're really good credits, honestly. And I think we're slightly ahead of the time. So what if we listen to the music? Anyway, thank you for all the GGs, everybody. As I said, I'm gonna have to be checking my statistics, see how many deaths I had, because they are fantastic. They are fantastic because they're going to make money for the children. Yeah, again, a reminder, we are, you know, raising money here, so if anybody would like to get some donations in, that would be fantastic. I will be getting mine in shortly after we see how many deaths I had here for Feed the Kids 2022. Yeah, hot dogs in chat. Listen to those beautiful sounds. See, it sort of shows you the, like, after story of what happens to everybody afterwards. There actually is a ton more content in this game to go, but yeah, any percent is just a nice, fun little short category. Aw, look at them. They're so sweet. At the end? No. Pretty much, if you get an A+, which means if you beat the level under a certain amount of time, you get to play the dark levels. Anyway, I should have played Guess the Deaths, but I just jumped into it. So look, 51 deaths. That's $51. Yes, but with that, we are going to be setting up for Fisher-Price Firehouse Rescue. So I will see all of you very soon. As soon as I can figure out buttons. All right, back soon, folks.